When do you want to clap?
You mean for the podcast, or are you talking about something else? Sorry. You want to do? You want to do? Oh, we could have done 30 if I hadn't made that joke. You want to do 40?
I don't know. If we keep cutting the bullshit, we might be able to make it to the minute. No, we can do 40.
45?
Did you do it?
45.
No, you said 45? Did you do it? Did you do it? I did it.
Just do it on the minute.
Did you do it on 45?
No,
I did it.
I'm doing it on the minute.
Do it on the minute. I want to say something.
That's awesome. We have a podcast. Go ahead.
Oh, this is the perfect platform to do that on. I want to say something that you will never hear said on any other non-political show ever. So I want to talk about Israel.
Okay.
And I mean it. I want to talk about Israel. Because I got an email last night from a independent web developer. His name's Carlos. He runs a really good-looking website. I looked it out. I looked it up. It looks really cool. And essentially, he just runs charts and analytics for particular podcasts. And the way that he promotes his site and he lets people know that he exists is if they ever trend, he sends them a message and like, hey, my name's Carlos. I have this website. You're trending right now. And here's the chart for it. And if you want more charts, here's my website. It's really cool. I got an email from Carlos last night, and he's like, hey, just gave Anything But Politics a quick listen. Do you know you're 32 on the comedy charts in Israel right now? And it was so late at the time, and we were so tired. Mimi and I just went to sleep. But this morning, I checked a different website. I went to a different website and I looked up our show in terms of trending, and it was like, internationally, we've only ever hit the charts, which I think charts start at 250. We've never hit the top 250 anywhere, except Israel, where last week, officially on March 31st, we broke top 100 and top 50 and got to position 32. Beating out fan favorites, Tiny Meat Gang, Distractable, Ear Biscuits, and then the next day we had dropped back to position 40, the next day to 90, next day 120, and then now we're off the charts again and we're back under 250. But for one day, technically 2 days we broke top 50, but for one day we were at position 32. What is that about?
I don't know, man.
Israel, if we said something that made you want to run, we'll say it again. No. If we said something you liked,
yeah, that's where I thought you were going.
No, I was going along the way of if we did something, we apologize. Bring us back.
Yeah,
that was wild. That was very interesting to learn. I love our international audience.
Do we have any? How do we know anything about our international as far as Israel goes? How many people?
As far as Israel goes, not entirely, but I do know that on Spotify analytics, our secondary country used to be Canada. I think Canada hit number 3, and our number 2 listeners, next to the US, is Sweden. That's really cool. I don't know how these people find us. I don't know.
Must be TikTok, I assume.
Oh, it must be TikTok. Hello, everyone. So I want to say something I haven't said for the last 4 episodes. Oh, it's a real episode now.
That's a throwback.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another apparently gassy episode of Anything But Politics.
Woo!
As always, my name is Jim Altman, and I'm here with
Christian Rollman.
And we are officially recording the latest episode we ever have.
Yeah, it is 3:30 in the morning.
It is 3:30 in the morning.
We're vibing.
We are vibing. I work night shifts, so this is when my energy is actually.
He's juiced.
This is
right
when my
now.
I'm juiced right now.
Yeah.
I'm fucking gassed up.
And
I'm rearing to go.
And I'm just gassed.
Yes, you've had a day. You've had an entire day. Say what you like on that.
Oh yeah, no, we my one of my best friends, Logan. Y'all know Logan. He was on the show at a point. My old roommate, one of my best friends. He is getting married next week. Sorry, he's having his wedding next week. He has been married for a year, but he's having his wedding next week. And
that's awesome.
Today, and today was the bachelor party.
That's so weird to have a bachelor party after
When
having
you're already
been married for a year.
Yeah, it sure is. But dude, we had the best time. It was super fun. I went axe throwing.
Yeah, that's the official. I've still never been axe throwing. I'd love to do it for a future video. And you will have had some practice on me then.
Yep, hey, you know what? I'm still going to suck at it, but yes, I will have some practice.
What was your best throw of the session?
So there are as far as the scoring for axe throwing goes, there's of course the target, and you've got 3 rings. Ring number 3, the big guy, is 1 point. Ring number 2, the medium guy, is 3 points. And of course the bullseye is 5 points. And then there is the green clutch, which is these 2 little circles up at the top ends of the board, and they are 7 points. In a typical game, you have 5 throws, and you can only go for that green clutch on the last throw. So if you're down by 4, or if you're down by 6,
is that
on your last throw?
Did they determine that was the most fair scoring system? Is like, well, it's OP if we make it 10 points, or why even shoot for it if it's only 5?
Well,
where
so
does
it
7 come in?
Well, it actually there were, I think, so there were 6 guys, and on multiple occasions, the person who needed to win, the person who was down, the only chance they had of winning was hitting that 7, and they would win by 1 point. So I assume it's very common because of the scoring structure that you end up down by 6 or down by 5, and that way you don't have to experience a tie.
Yeah.
Or down by 7, and then you do get a tie. So yeah, it happens. That seems to happen pretty often. So I assume that's kind of, plus the professionals. They go 5, 5, 5, 5. They're getting bullseye on every single one. So then it does come down to that green clutch on so.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
Yeah, it is really cool, and it is very fun. It's you don't throw it as hard as I thought you'd have to. Yeah. I was going in ready to be like fucking just go crazy on it. No, it's you have to stay very loose, and it's very just casual, just throwing an axe. It's the most casual I thought throwing an axe could ever be. It seems like one of those things that's like gonna get my rage out.
Because I feel like commercialized axe throwing that you do at like a place you go for axe throwing.
Yeah.
I feel like the target is like closer than like competitive axe throwing, which is probably quadruple the distance, meaning they do have to chuck that thing.
Yeah.
But if it's only like 10 feet away from you, you can't.
It's not far.
Full body that thing. You can't just send it.
Nah. I also found out you can bring your own axes, which is fucking dope. At least to the one
Find out your balance and make customs.
Yeah,
Get
they
it
were
gripped.
They were like, some people come with like they lay out their axes and they're like, I want to do this one today.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Those people kill people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Those people kill people. They like lay out their axes and they're just like they all have names carved onto the sides of them.
That's like if anybody ever like brings out like a full knife set that they just keep with them. It's like, okay, man. How often are you cooking on the go?
He has a knife set, dude.
Yeah.
Are you a chef? No.
No.
Oh shit.
No, I'm not.
No, you got to get out of there. If he's a chef, awesome. He has a knife set. I
Dope.
assume you have a knife set if you're a chef.
Yeah.
Are you not a chef? No? I don't give a shit what you are. Get out of my house. Why did you bring those?
Yeah. Yeah. No. I don't know anybody with a portable knife set that they just carry around with them, but I'm also still alive, so that's probably why I don't know anybody with a portable knife set.
I'd say the Venn diagram of people
Who
that
are
have
dead.
met someone who does have a knife set, dead. So they did not live to tell the tale.
Oh my god. But yeah,
If
man.
we find someone who has lived through that, we'd
We'll let
love
you
to
know.
have you on the show. Email us.
Axe throwing, and we went and did like fucking go-karts and
Oh, I
laser
love
tag.
go-karts.
Dude, go-karts are fire. They were mad slow. It was the most casual, leisurely go-karting I've ever done, but it was still fun.
Okay.
Did some fucking laser tag. My thighs are on
Yeah.
fire. I forgot. You get to a certain age where you need to stretch before you do laser tag. And I am at that age where I really should have stretched before I did laser tag. Because there's a lot of crouching. You crouch and you duck under and go under walls, and you're moving around like you're not just walking around. You are
Christian
like fucking
is not built for combat.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. So yeah, so I came out of there. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like stretching, trying to fix
Yeah.
my thighs because they were on fire. Then we did mini golf, and I was asked at all of the activities we did today, and I had a blast. So it was a good day.
That is fair. Sometimes there's comfort in being the guy that's ass at things.
It was so much fun.
Yeah,
They could
it
always
really
count on
is.
me to be the shitty one so that they would feel better. That's what
Because
it's all
he's a
about.
friend of the podcast and has been a guest on the show. We will say a huge congratulations, Logan. We love you, and
Love you, dude.
that's awesome. Good job
Hell yeah.
being married.
Being married. Baby on the way.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
so sick. Congrats, Logan. I love
Yeah.
it.
She's due in August, so.
I wonder at what age, if ever, he'll be like, so, Uncle Chrissy has a podcast,
Never.
and I was on an episode.
I don't think ever. Especially not
Well-
that episode.
We'll be getting an email in a week of him saying, hey guys, thanks for the congratulations. Please delete that episode right now. Because that's an early episode. If any
Yeah,
of you
12.
all have been following very recently. Because here's the thing. I was just looking at our analytics before this. And like waiting on you to get here, like an hour ago, I was looking at our numbers.
Yeah.
What's I think is crazy to see is everyone that's listening to the show is listening somewhere different.
Yeah.
I see people watching, like, in the last 7 days, someone's watching episode 20. Someone's watching episode 25, 26, 27, 28. Someone's listening to episode 30, 40.
Nuts.
You know, all of those are simultaneously getting watched. It's not like anyone's halfway through season 1 or a current watcher. People are all over the show, and that's really cool. I just wish I could say, hey, you're a new listener? That's fantastic. Don't fuck with season 1.
Yeah, just don't bother.
Go watch all of our guest episodes because those people are extremely talented, hence why
Yes.
we wanted them on the show.
Correct.
We loved all of our guests, and those episodes are the highlights of season 1, is our guest episodes. But otherwise, I say listen to episode 1 to get to know who we are, and then just start with the most recent episode. And if you want more,
Yeah.
start watching backwards.
Yeah.
Because there's no
Exactly.
continuity.
No, not really. And there are some hidden gems in there. It's just
Yeah.
they're
We do a lot of
sandwiched in
callback
between.
jokes.
They're sandwiched in between shit. So actually, because we do callback jokes in a lot, I would actually I don't know if going backwards is the best way to go.
I say start at the beginning of season 2.
What I always do when I listen to a new podcast, I keep up with them weekly, and then I go back and start over from the beginning as well. So I'm like inching my way forward as I go.
That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
That way I do get, if there is some continuity, and there's some in everything. You can't just fully lack continuity.
Yeah.
I at least get a picture of it. So that's what I personally do.
I like that. I fucks with it.
If you
I'm
fucks with
currently
it-
on my second, in terms of podcast listening, I'm on my second playthrough of the Magnus Archives.
Oh,
I
yeah.
listened to it at work while I was working, and then when it was over, I got really sad, and I started listening to a different podcast made by the same people. And like 5 episodes into that show, I messaged Mimi and I was like, I miss the Magnus Archives. And
Yeah.
Mimi said, listen to it again.
Again. Do that shit
I
a
said-
second time.
I did, and I'm on episode 197 of 200. I'm about to finish it again.
Whoa.
Wherein I will restart it until I am done.
I was about to say,
This
bro.
will be a loop in
Yeah.
my life until I'm ready to part with it.
That's what I did with The Office. I watched The Office 15 times all the way through between the ages of like 15 and 19. I think I finally watched my last watch through of The Office when I was 19. So for those 4 years, that shit was on repeat constantly. So yeah,
It's a great show.
it's a great show, and there's nothing wrong with going back and watching what you've already watched or listening to what you've already listened to.
I
You find new stuff.
am picking up on a million different things that I didn't
Yeah.
pick up the first time, and it'll happen on my third listen through.
And your fourth and your fifth and your sixth. You never stop hearing new shit. It's really cool. So I just wanted to talk about niche things that I love.
Yeah.
Like just random that I can't explain why I love them. And I was curious if you had any as well. So my
Yeah.
examples are, they're so weird. And it's
That's
very
okay.
off.
That's okay.
I love when a store or restaurant or any business has a digital sign outside and it gives the temperature and the time and the date. I love it so much. Every time I pass by one, I literally get like jittery and happy, and I cannot explain to you why that is.
I agree with you. It makes me
Why?
unreasonably happy,
Why?
especially when part of it is wrong. It's reading the
that's
incorrect time,
Beautiful.
or like the temperature is 20 degrees off. I
Yeah.
was driving home. I drive home at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, which I assume is everybody, because I've never said that. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, there's a bank that I pass, and it was like, time, 7:03 a.m., temperature, 90 degrees. And I said, no, sir.
If it is 90 degrees at 7 a.m., there's a serious problem, especially in March.
It snowed last night.
Get out of town.
Tiny bit. None of it stuck. It was
Sure, of
just
course.
snow fell from the sky. That's what happened. For like a few hours.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's nuts. Because it was like 80, almost 90 degrees a week or two ago.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like
that is
midday,
ridiculous.
not 7 in the morning.
Right. I only have one more that I've thought of.
That's okay.
And it is the word ampersand.
I love ampersand.
It scratches an itch in my brain that I didn't know was there. But every time I hear somebody say ampersand, I'm like, ugh.
Can
It's
you
so
draw an
nice.
ampersand? Can you draw one?
No, not very well. I mean, like I could if I needed to, I could draw one that is legible. Like you'd be able to say that is an ampersand. But
Yeah.
I'm not like, it's not beautiful.
It's a very happy hand
a beautiful
movement. It's a
ampersand.
very... I
Yeah?
like drawing it. Yeah. I'm
you
happy
prefer the-
whenever I get to write an
Right
ampersand.
one. We're on two sides of the spectrum there. That's funny. But yeah, those are my two things that it's very weird and niche and like random.
No, but I get
They
it.
make
I
me
get
happy.
it. I get it.
I don't know why.
There are these weird things that happen just rarely enough in life to where they are put in their own special category.
Yeah.
You know when you're on a road trip and you've got miles between one exit and the next? You're just going through flat land.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, these 3 exits all go to the same city, so they're within a mile of each other.
Right.
I'm talking about you pass exit 30, there's a rest stop half a mile from it, because the next 120 miles of road don't have anything. Maybe a gas station.
If that.
Have you ever been driving between one of these areas where it's just flat land, and you look off to the side, and far away on a hill are like townhouses, like a few rows of townhouses,
Yeah.
and you just think to yourself for that brief moment, who lives there?
Lives there. Yeah. What are they doing?
They have to drive 50 miles to the store.
Yeah.
Whenever I see one of those tiny little strips of townhouses in the middle of fuck off nowhere,
Yeah.
I always kind of like, because I forget it's there. I forget that it's
Yeah.
part of life.
Yeah. And there are some people who just want to remove themselves as far away from society as possible, which, I get it. I'm with you.
I
I'm
think
not
I'm
with you
on
on the
record.
execution. Huh? What were you
Is
saying?
that mutually exclude? Is that? Are you
Huh?
saying if you want to remove yourself from society, you have to be cool with execution?
No. No. I'm with you.
Stop! Don't explain yourself, because as soon as I said it, I understood what you.
What you were. Okay.
No, I'm on record on this show as having said that I want to move away from society and start a ranch with all of my friends and be a cowboy.
You did say
and
that.
I stand by that.
You would be a good cowboy. No, do you remember what you said? I don't know why I remember this, but when you said you wanted to be a cowboy, your thing you said like 4 or 5 times was you would have a horse, and you just kept saying, I would have a horse.
I would have a horse.
Yeah, you just
yes,
kept saying
that is the plan.
Yeah, to have a horse.
So I'd have a horse. And I'd ride it.
Yeah.
And then when I would get off the horse, I would kind of pat its neck really heftily, because they've got a lot of horse to them.
They can take it.
And you just and then you like feed them a sugar cube, and you've got a horse.
Have you ever seen a sugar cube in real life?
Yes, I work at a grocery store. And I know that's not like, well, duh, because I work at a but I do stock the aisle that has the sugar cubes in them.
They just have them?
Every now and again.
You can buy them at a Walmart?
Yeah, Domino's brand. Like Domino's sugar?
Yeah.
The yellow bag?
Not Domino's Pizza?
Yeah, not Domino's Pizza. Or Domino's, the game. Domino's, parentheses, the sugar brand.
How old are Domino's?
The pizza store?
No, I know how old those are. Those are from the 60s.
Oh, Domino's?
Yeah.
Ancient.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just thought about that for a second. It's like, they gotta be...
Because they would just fucking put tar on bone. They would like, that's a very simple set to make. Now that you've said it, we have to... The listening audience won't listen to another word before they know the origin of Domino's, parentheses, game, parentheses, is the way that I'm searching it.
Real quick, for the sake of Domino's, I do know the lore of Domino's Pizza, for those who may be interested. If not, you can just skip ahead. I don't fucking care.
The earliest mention of Domino's is from Song Dynasty China, found in the text Former Events in Wulin by Zhao Mi, 1232 to 1298.
That is not as old as I thought it would be.
Modern dominoes first appeared in Italy during the 18th century, but they differ from Chinese dominoes in a number of respects. But the earliest mention of dominoes, now I think this is Zhao Mi's lifespan, 1932 to 1928. But that is 1232.
I was expecting some BC
it's been like
shit.
Fucking 900 years, Christian.
I know, but I was expecting BC.
Or 800 years? 800? 800 years.
800
BC?
years. I was expecting a number from there.
Yeah, unfortunately in my mind, I just had this mental image of like Jesus Christ playing with dominoes, and now that's shattered. So...
For those of you who want to know the lore of Domino's Pizza, this is short, I promise. Did you know that Domino's wasn't originally called Domino's? It was called...
what was it called?
It was called Dominic's. And it was just a guy named Dominic. Like, he started a pizza restaurant. It was called Dominic's Pizza. And then something happened. I said I know the lore. It's very cloudy. But something happened where, like, there was another Dominic's Pizza and blah, blah, blah. And then people just started calling it Domino's. Like, just saying it.
Well, that was their logo. Originally, that was always their logo, was it not? Because it looks like an opened pizza box.
Mm-mm. The original logo, Dominic.
Shut up. Domino's first logo. Oh, wow. Dominic's Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
5 years later, when it became Domino's Pizza, it had the domino.
Oh, yeah. Once it became Domino's, yes. But before that...
Oh, okay.
I thought you were
Dominic's...
saying... Yeah.
No, I get what you mean.
Okay. I thought you were saying when it was Dominic's. Yeah, but no, the first one, once it became Domino's, they were like, all right, let's just fucking roll with Domino's, I guess.
Because I remember the wallpaper of my local Domino's is like the lore.
Yes.
So
it's
like
on
you can
it's
stand
on all
there.
of them. Yep.
Yeah,
ours too.
so correct me if I'm wrong, but there were originally 3 pips, 3 dots on the domino, 1
Yes.
and then 2 and then 3.
There were 3 stores.
There were 3 stores. And
they were gonna
originally, every time they got a new store opened, they were going to add one. And I forgot if they shut that down immediately the second they got a
Really
4th
fast.
store. They were like, nah. Or
Really
like,
fast, yeah.
yeah, really fast. Because they quickly realized, I think once they started taking off, they were taking off.
Yeah, no.
By the time they could officially roll out a new logo, 3 more stores had opened. Like, they took
Yeah.
off.
The growth in the 70s was nuts, and the growth in the 80s was even more so. Like, just in the 80s alone, they went from like, I'm going to bullshit numbers, but it's like this type of ratio. They went from like 500 to like 4,000. Like, it went crazy in the 80s. And then, yeah.
A lot of things went crazy in the 80s.
A lot of things did go crazy in the 80s, yeah. Cocaine had a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Let's bring it back. Like, if that was
Cocaine.
what made that decade boom,
Dude.
like, let's just...
I hear so many good things about cocaine. I'm not even playing.
Yeah.
I hear so many people who have done it before. They're like, dude, you can get like a bunch of shit done really fast. Don't do cocaine.
They're all still around.
Don't.
Like, they're all like, let's just...
Yeah, they're hanging out.
2020's the next cocaine boom.
Let's do it, dude.
I'm not... Hey, guys. Hello, podcast listeners. Not advocating use of cocaine.
I am. Not.
Okay,
I gotcha.
ABP officially half sponsors cocaine. Oh, can I say that really quick? I want to say that really quick. In regards to sponsors, literally next week we're going to be back in the studio.
Yeah.
This episode, as you've noticed already, is very short. And we did that because we don't think we make our best work remotely. And I think whenever we have to do a remote episode, we're going to make it short.
Yeah, we're
just
not going to
because
waste
we
your
know
time.
that it's not going to be our best work.
Yeah.
In regards to that, next week when we get back to the studio is also going to be the week we resume doing Audible ads. That will continue because we love them and love being sponsored by them.
We do.
I will say for legality purposes, this episode is not sponsored by Audible, not because we did something bad, but because I've chosen not to make this episode sponsored, and instead I want to say this very, very fast, so don't skip through this. If you do skip through the Audible ads, which I understand. I want to say this while you're here. Hey guys, we put those in, of course, for monetization opportunities, so we can put money into the show, pay our studio fees, hopefully one day pay our editor, which is not happening right now. Seth does all of his work for free. I wanted to say this because the best help that you can give us right now is not to go to Anchor and subscribe monthly. It's not to do the Audible reads. It's to just tell a friend that we exist. At this point where we've kind of taken off due to TikTok, we have like quadrupled our followers in the first 4 months of this year after having done the show for a year prior. We have really caught some traction and seen some beautiful upward growth, and literally the best way you can help us is so free, and that's by telling a family member, telling a friend, telling a coworker, telling your pet iguana. Like, just tell someone about us.
We need more iguana listeners. I feel like that's what
It's a
we're really
demographic
lacking.
that's wildly underappreciated.
Yeah.
So just spread the word, because word of mouth is absolutely the best advertisement ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, we don't really care about money. We care about ears at this point. We want
That
as
is
many
true.
ears as possible.
Literally, money is so far away in our minds. Yeah,
Don't
we're
care.
going to monetize things, but we're not going to push that monetization. We're not going to run 4 ads an episode like some podcasts I listen to regularly.
Same.
But we're so far away from money. We just want to get ears. So
yeah.
tell someone about us, please.
Yeah, anybody who you think fucks with podcasts. If you have a friend who likes podcasts, and especially comedy ones, then yeah.
Here's
Pass us
what we're
along.
gonna do, and then we'll move off this. Here's what we're gonna do. Next time you're in public and you're walking down the street or on a bus, and you look up and you catch a stranger's eye, it's like a Pokemon battle. It's commenced. You can't look away. You caught eye contact. Walk up to them. say, Jim and Christian want you. And then just
walk away.
They want ears and then walk away. They don't want money, they want ears and then just walk away. Or
Yeah,
tell them
people are-
about the podcast in a normal way.
No, I
And
think
I'll
people are
appreciate
people are very receptive to that. I think people will be very receptive to that message.
No, absolutely receptive to the message because
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't know anything about the show, tell them it's funny. Tell them Christian makes music and Jim has a horse. So
Jim has a horse.
It'll
He does have a horse.
It'll work. So I'd have a horse.
I have to shit really bad, so if you want to do the outro, Miller.
Oh no, we will. Yeah. Go ahead.
I got shit.
Go
Okay.
ahead. I want to say an absolute huge thank you to everyone for listening and an extra special intimate thank you to Kansas, Jamie, Valerie, and Olivia, 4 people that kind of donate to the show monthly and keep everything running. If you're able to do the same and would like to do the same, you can go to anchor.fm/anythingbut. That is anchor.fm/anythingbut. It'll bring you to our homepage where you can hit that support button and support the show monthly in tiers of 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99. All that money goes straight back into the show, studio fees, and maybe some extra special goodies and props for next week's episode 69. Okay, so we also want to say a huge thank you to our producers, Salty Sloth Production Company. You can find their socials and links. Go follow them. That's in the description. We love those guys, and they're making some really cool stuff right now. And hopefully they'll be making more with us in the future, and we can work out a deal to go do some cool extra videos if you want extra videos. Rate us on Spotify. Rate us on iTunes. Leave a review. Say you love us. We love you. I can't think of anything else. So I'm going to say goodbye. Christian's in the bathroom, I believe. Is he in the bathroom? Yes, he has to shit. You typically do that in the bathroom.
Are you going to stop recording?
I don't think I legally can until Christian's back and says goodbye.
Nah, bro. He's not. I bet he stopped it.
No way he stopped recording.
What if he just never comes back? He just goes to bed.
Oh my god, he falls asleep on the toilet. He balls in the potty too hard.
Oh my god.
That's what he's doing right now. He's balling in the potty.
So hard in the potty.
He's probably going to come back and be like, Jim, I expected you to have left. Jim,
back
I was
black.
kindly telling you to
He
leave.
comes back like just ass naked. You know, like one of those shits where you just got stripped.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of waddles in because he's like wiped himself raw. Yeah. We've been there. We've been new.
God, I hope I don't get.
It's 420.
Blaze it, bro. I think you got a malfunction going on.
I'm a humidifier. Humidifier?
Markiplier.
I hardly know her.
5 minutes of Freddy.
This is my drunk Minecraft
Do you
mug.
want a drink?
It's one of the first series.
Hey. Does he have trousers on?
Yes, he does have pants on.
Damn.
How was
Hey.
it?
Not good.
Ooh, not good.
I could see his face.
Yeah, he's like sweating right now.
I actually am sweating.
I know, I wasn't kidding. That was a real observation I made.
That was really painful. I'm gonna stop recording.
Say bye.
Bye.
I'm sorry?
Did you say bye? Christian, did you stop recording without having said bye? I waited so you could actually say goodbye. Christian,
I win the
Goodbye, everybody. Bye, everybody.
bye.
I cannot wait to be back in the studio with you guys next week.
Not only that, I can't wait because this is episode number 68.
Oh yes. So maybe we'll leave on a cliffhanger here, but Jim, what number comes after 68? What episode is next week?